Hey guys, PABrewNews. We're not running a gauntlet. Don't even think that. The gauntlet we are running is taking some time, but the gauntlet we are running is the mystery beer mail from Joe. From the channel he'll never start. Every people true. Actually sound the truth. That guy. And anyway, we have a mystery beer from the great Joe right here. It has a little information thing, so I'm going to try to cut this off. For God's sake, one of these times, I'm going to cut through the fucking can by accident, and it's not, well, it's going to be funny, don't get me wrong. It's just going to be messy and not good. There it is. Wow. Cool. It's so fun. I mean, cracking a beer open, a mystery beer mail, is like, oh, see, I didn't know. I was like, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? What am I going to get? What color? What is going on? I'm so excited by this. It's really cool. At first, I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, why don't you just send me a bunch of beer that I want? I mean, like, I was kind of like that. But this was something that he just basically said, hey, by the way, you're getting this. And I'm like, I'm going to stay. So, there you go. What do we have so far? We have a ruby and garnet looking ale that you can see through. It's a little bit darker on the camera. It's got a ring of head, and it seems to be a little bit on the thinner side because it's not giving me super big alcohol legs, and what is there is kind of running down the glass. Pretty. There is some alcohol legs, don't get me wrong, but the proteins aren't really thick in this one. They're running down the glass a lot, and they're not climbing up the sides like some beers do. But that's not a problem. It's not a problem. There's a burp right there. Cheers. Wow, that's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. Really nutty, roasty coffee, earthy. The really back end of a earthiness. So there's a little hint of a mineral note coming out of that too in the back end of the earthiness. It almost reminds me, even though there's so much char, smoke, that kind of charry, roasty, toasty note, and the coffee and everything, there's a little bit of a metallic note coming up that reminds me of kind of like an earthy English hop as well. But tons, like basically, if you get, I'm not gonna say a really gourmet, but if you get like a, regular store brand or less than a store brand, if you know what I mean, like roasted coffee beans, and you open them up, man, this smells like one of those serious dark roasts. Pretty nice. I don't know if it's, I mean, I'd have to say I hope it's a porter, because it is definitely, if it's going to be no hops, and I mean it's boom 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 on the stout or porter side, hope this is a porter because it is super thin. Looks thin, smells thin. Smells roasty, but smells thin. All right, I'm not getting a lot of savory sweetness out of it, so let's give it a go. Cheers. Wow, that's a way bit thin. It's like uber ghetto thin, right, Joe? Like starving kid in the street that got shot thin, that kind of thin. Yeah. There is, in the way back end, a softest bit of almost a lactosey kind of sweetness that kind of just came up and then went away. I wouldn't call it chocolate. It was just like a little hint of a lactosey sweetness that kind of went up and went down. But a lot of roasty toasty, a lot of coffee, a lot of that just charriness. What is it? That's kind of the analogy of that. Oh, that water that got filtered through the burning barrel. That kind of water. You get a little bit of that in there. Because this is medium low side of a medium mouthfeel. It's super thin, super duper thin. There's a tiny hint of a baker's chocolate. It reminds me of an English porter. If I have to put it in a category, I'm going to throw it in the English porter category. No, this would be a fine traditional English porter. Medium body, not a lot of flavors, hint of a sweetness, lots of roasty toastiness. Brown bread, yep. Nuttiness, got it. Smokiness, hint of a lactose sweetness in there, which is a little weird, but that's nice. It's a little pleasant. It uplifts the beer just a little bit at the end. Oh, nothing to write home to. It's nothing. I would rate this, if I drank this, I gotta see what it is, what it's trying to be. But overall, if I drank that as a beer, rate this as a beer, you know what I mean, that kind of thing, I would be like, it's like a 7.5, 8 out of 10, that area. It's good. I mean, it's tasty. It's just thin and not a lot going on. Yeah, there's roasty toasty and coffee though. Very coffee-esque. Roasty toasty-esque. Oh yeah, I gotta read the thing first, you silly bastard. What are you doing? But it's nice. I really like the fact that he's mixing these styles up. So not just all IPAs or whatever. Oh, karaoke artichoke. 42 North Brewing Company, East Aurora, New York. This is their Asylum Porter, an American porter at 6.8 alcohol by volume, 45 IBUs. No idea when the hell it was canned, but its stocks rotate regularly, so probably under 3 months old. Availability. It's available at the brewery in various retail outlets in Western New York. Price is $9.99 a 4-pack. This is a solid local porter that I enjoy. It is a solid local porter that you enjoy. I would agree with that. It's probably way too thin for you. It is. But we already knew that. Well, ice is too thin for me. So it's like I get it, man. I get it. So, but it is very nice. It is very nice for what it is. It's above solid. Maybe because of all that extra roasty toastiness, like that super coffee and stuff, they would categorize it in the American porter section. And I get that, especially if it's over 6-point-something%, because the other, like, there's some hair that went out of that one. But basically, yeah, I mean, you get up into the 6s, you're talking an American style porter, because the ABV is just way too high for the English porters and stuff like that. But this drinks like an English style porter to me. Iconic and robust, the FNN, and then the iconic and robust. This is the Asylum Porter. And there's the can, baby. East North. It was the fucking thing I can't already remember. It is the 42 North Brewing Company from East Aurora, New York. Yeah, it's an 8 out of 10, like tops. Tops 8 out of 10. I haven't changed my mind about that. I still want you, Lucy. I haven't changed my mind about that. Lost Boys, sorry. I got the Lost Boys vinyl. I just haven't played it yet, so maybe that'll be in the next one. Anywho, thanks, Joe. Really fun. And this one's from your local area. So we're going loco, as DJ likes to say, but like he's got way much more spunk than I do, because I just can't give a fuck to be that spunky. Super cool. Loving the fucking mystery beer reviews. We're having a downturn slide on the vinyl. Day of the Dead. 80s Chaos. The only thing I can say, I would like to read this for a second before we cut out, because I'm way under an hour. The Asylum Porter pays tribute to the one on the most iconic structures on the 42nd parallel, the Richardson Complex, constructed in the late 1800s as the Buffalo State Asylum. Its legacy lives on, and with this award-winning porter that delivers strong notes of coffee, especially in the aroma. Chocolate, not so much. And finishes with a soft bitterness and dark fruits. Not dark fruits. I'm not getting any dark fruits out of this. I mean, in time maybe, but not initially. The coffee is off the hook. The coffee isn't bringing those dark fruits that sometimes coffee does. There's roasty, toasty, smoky goodness all through this motherfucker. But there isn't dark fruits. And there isn't a lot of chocolate. Semi-sweet baker chocolate, like a hint of those. And that soft hint of a lactose sweetener that goes up and then down, like right at the end. So, honestly, 8 out of 10 is being generous by that description. And the thing is, it's about how beers are described. If you describe a beer, I expect that when I drink it. If I don't get it, you're going to get a lower grade. Even though the beer might be fantastic, your description also, you know, it's equivocal. It equivocates? I can't speak English anymore. Anyway, who gives a fuck? Cheers. It is good, it is solid, and I will drink it and enjoy it. Thank you, Joe. Goodbye and cheers. Good luck, sir. Good day, sir. Yeah, okay, bye.